Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is really a great pleasure. I want to give a warm welcome to all the students and parents and American University representatives who are here today at this year's Education Fair in Hyderabad. So thank you all for coming. You know, it's a really important day today because education is a very fundamental part of the US-India partnership. And we in the United States are committed to provide Indian students with the opportunity to pursue world-class education in the United States. A good education gives young people in India and anywhere in the world the scope to learn, to experience US culture and society, and to be part of a strong alumni network when they come back here to India. And we find they really are able to find excellent jobs when they come back. And in many cases, they start their own businesses, and they are the cutting edge of entrepreneurship here in India. The United States really offers the best possible opportunities for higher education. Many of the finest education institutions in the world are situated in the United States. They're world-renowned. And in all, we have about 4,500 educational institutions accredited in the United States. These institutions provide a great range of choice for students. They provide, once you identify the right educational institution for yourself, you'll find a flexible curriculum, really top academic quality that is recognized the world over. And there's also value for money because there are several options for financial aid typically. Universities also provide students with important services that for an exchange student, for example, are invaluable. There's career guidance. There's usually a dedicated international student office because the problems or issues that overseas students face are often very different than those of Native American students. You will find student mentors, faculty advisors, and a career service office to help locate employment. Every year, hundreds of thousands of foreign students enroll in these institutions to pursue higher education. And Indian students right now comprise almost 16% of all our international students. During the 2015-2016 academic year, there were 166,000 Indian students in the United States. That's the second largest of any group of international students. And of these, 62%, well over half, were pursuing postgraduate studies. The American Higher Education Service, a lot of people ask me, well, what's really unique about it in addition to the quality? Our system is very holistic. We don't just look at what you learn in the classroom. We give equal importance to academics and to extracurricular activities to help both career, academic, and personal growth. So typically, American universities and colleges have many opportunities for extracurricular activities through informal organizations and clubs. And these organizations and clubs enable students to enrich themselves not only in their own fields, but oftentimes just in an area of interest that may help them understand in a cross-cutting kind of way, might build their expertise, or might just provide some source of enjoyment that then gives them renewed energy when they do want to get back to the classroom. So on a typical American campus, you'll also find opportunities not just to get to know American students who typically are very welcoming, as are their families, but also students from other countries because we are a magnet for international students. And oftentimes it's those friendships that you form both with Americans and other countries' students that are the most enriching thing, even beyond what you can learn in the classroom. I remember when I was a student in my postgraduate study, I had become interested in China and I had started to study Mandarin Chinese. And it was really my friendship with the Chinese students in my classes that really sealed it for me. They taught me so much about the culture. They were so welcoming, and they really inspired me to pursue study in the Chinese part of the world and eventually become a Foreign Service officer. So it is very important. University campuses are also very safe for students. We've regrettably hear news reports of some incidents. I just want to assure students and especially parents that fortunately these are very isolated incidences. When you think about the hundreds of thousands of students we have, even the 166,000 Indian students and other international students, these are quite isolated incidents, and typically universities and colleges have their own security office to maintain the security around campus. They typically will have means for female students, for example, to get back to their dormitories safely at night. They'll have a shuttle service or an escort service. And just as importantly, they have strong relationships with local law enforcement in whatever town and city they are, who are equally interested in keeping students safe. Our American universities allow students the opportunity to legally work for 20 hours a week, and that also helps students gain work experience through, and they can do that through internships as well. These opportunities are also enabling students to get practical knowledge in their field of interest and to get work experience on their resumes even before they start full-time employment. So it's a very important experience. I want to encourage all of you here. This event is being sponsored by Education USA and USIEF, and I want you to know that Education USA is the Department of State's official source of information on higher education in the United States. And through Education USA, the American government provides accurate and comprehensive and current information to students about opportunities to study and which are the accredited schools. That's very important. And they also help American educational institutions understand Indian students and the great talent, the pool of talent that's here. Our advisors, the Education US advisors, will help us, all of you, to research and find your best fit American educational institution. And I want to say that what's particularly important about that is all these services, in addition to being up to date, they're unbiased. They have no real vested interest in whatever school you go to. So the advice you're getting is completely according to your own interests, and it's free. So I really encourage everyone to take advantage of that. Now, why are we here precisely today? We're here because for these 2 weeks, it started October 27th and it will go on for 2 weeks, Education USA is organizing education fairs in 8 cities across India, and Hyderabad is one of them. So what you'll find here are participating universities from across the United States, universities and colleges, and they range from 2-year community colleges to 4-year institutions to master's and PhD programs. They're all very eager to meet with you here, and these representatives are all here to connect with you, students and parents, and they're going to also answer all your questions and concerns about studying in the United States at their institutions. This is an annual event. Last year, more than 600 people attended this fair, and it seems to me we're going to have a really good crowd here today as well, which is great. You're going to be able to hear directly from these academic institutions about their admission requirements, about their financial aspects, and you can help determine what institution is the right one for you. Now, please remember also that when you pursue your education in the United States, you too will be ambassadors, cultural ambassadors for India. And a lot of times you will be the only face of India that your American and international classmates will see. And that's a challenge, but also an opportunity. And we hope you enjoy that as well and find it enriching. I'm going to close with one final request. Since the time I arrived in Hyderabad a year ago, I've observed, as have my colleagues, that not enough female students are applying for study in the United States. India and the world need more Indian female leaders, and what we would like to see is a more balanced gender figure in the number of Indian students that go to the United States. Why? Because that will better reflect the incredible pool of female talent that I have met here. It's been such a pleasure. They're amazing, dynamic women students, women and girls, female business leaders. We'll have the Global Entrepreneurship Summit here at the end of November. The theme is Women First, Prosperity for All. We believe it very, very strongly. But all of you, dear students, are the future of India. And so I really look forward to seeing you go to the United States and also see what great leaders that you become when you return. So thank you so much for your time, and enjoy the fair. Thank you.